The AAPA conference is probably the closest thing physician associates have to a giant annual reunion. Thousands of PAs, PA students, professors, recruiters, vendors, and medical professionals all gather in one city for a few days to learn medicine, network, explore a new place, and honestly just have a good time. But if you've never been to an AAPA conference before, it could be kind of confusing and a little overwhelming. How do you sign up for the conference? What do you actually do all day? How does redeeming CME work? Is it worth the money? And is this something only seasoned PAs should attend, or can students and pre-PA students benefit as well? I've attended several AAPA conferences myself, and I've seen questions online about what to do. And so I decided I would create my own comprehensive guide on the AAPA conference and how to get the most out of your experience when you're over there. Hey, what's up guys? My name is John and I'm an emergency medicine PA. Welcome to my channel. Full disclosure, I am one of the AAPA social media ambassadors. They covered my hotel and conference fees. However, they do not moderate my video or tell me what to share. Everything in this video is my own thoughts. So first, why should you even care about going to an AAPA conference? I think there are three really good reasons why you would want to go to a conference like this. The AAPA conference is educational. There is something different about being there in person in a room filled with hundreds of other medical professionals actually focused on learning. And the lectures are done by people practicing medicine, and they're offering you their real tips and expertise from the field. They're not just like reading off some slides or telling you the textbook answer for everything. One of my favorite lectures this year was actually hosted by one of my old PA school professors who was talking about the systematic approach to undifferentiated vertigo, which is really helpful for me in the emergency department. And it almost felt like being back in PA school again, except now you understand the medicine differently because you're actually practicing. That's something I think seasoned PAs would especially appreciate. But that's just like one lecture example. And guys, there are hundreds of lectures: emergency medicine to EKG interpretation, pediatric fractures, current asthma guidelines, how to prevent burnout, HIV care, ADHD guidelines, ultrasound and suturing workshops, clinical pharmacy, nephrology. There was honestly something for basically every single specialty. And speaking about ultrasound, one of the coolest things I just recently saw at the AAPA was how they were emphasizing point of care ultrasound training. There are workshops, hands-on sessions. Is honestly awesome to see because this is becoming such an important skill in modern medicine. I think the second good reason why you should go to an AAPA conference is because it's fun. And I'm telling you that in a non-sales pitchy way. It actually is a very good time. And I know that sounds strange for a medical conference, but the AAPA has really evolved into an actual experience now. Maybe you'll sign up for an excursion with other PAs in the area. For example, the AAPA will organize us to attend ghost tours, baseball events, and cooking classes. This last conference, I was floating across the bayou on a gator tour. That will certainly be memorable. And then, of course, there's PA Night Out, which is basically what it sounds like. PAs taking over bars and dance floors for one massive event. And a conference like this just reminds you that there's like thousands of others who are going through the same thing that you are going through and who are connecting on the same level as you. The third biggest reason to attend an AAPA conference is for the networking and career opportunities. There are networking events, employer meetups, workshops on resume building and interviewing, an enormous Expo Hall filled with schools, companies, recruiters, and some of the current medical technology and pharmaceuticals that are out there today, changing how medicine is practiced. So now that I talked about a few reasons maybe why you should go to the AAPA conference, how do you actually sign up for it and what do you actually do to experience the conference yourself on your own time? Step one would be to go and register for the conference. Go to the AAPA website, create an account, and register as soon as possible. Registering early is beneficial because they offer discounts the earlier that you book. And as you get closer and closer to the event, price does increase. So by registering early, you could really stretch those employer CME dollars as much as you can, have your employer or job cover the majority of the conference if possible. You do get discounts if you're an AAPA member versus being a non-member, and students and pre-PA students plus guests all have discounted rates, so make sure you guys go check that out. I will say last year, the AAPA did give me a discount code that I could share with you guys to be determined. They might give me another one. And if that's the case, I'm going to leave it in the video description down below. Just signing up for the conference isn't enough. There are usually some excursions and workshops and events which have limited seating capacity. So make sure you guys quickly browse through what's offered and see if you want to sign up early on, because those types of things like the suturing workshop or going on the gator tour, they have limited seats and they do book up, I promise you. So if you're going to wait to the last minute to say, I think I want to do this, you might actually miss out. So make sure you just try to book whatever you need to book early on as soon as you can. Another thing that goes along with this is that usually they will have a hotel block for the conference, and the hotels that they pick are in close proximity to the convention center, and it's easy to walk over to the convention center. So sometimes you get that discounted rate if you book with the AAPA for the hotels. It's another way to just kind of save more money, and it's just out of convenience. You're really close to the whole event. Speaking of walking and what to pack, definitely you would want some business casual attire, a little bit of some casual attire, and definitely pack some comfortable walking shoes. You do walk a lot whenever you attend any of these conferences. I mean, these conference centers are huge. Just keep that in mind. Make sure you guys pack, some sunscreen, pack some nice comfortable shoes, and pack a variety of clothing for the event. The second step to attending an AAPA conference, I always say this is the second most important step, is to make sure you go and download the AAPA app. This app becomes your lifeline for the entire extended weekend. Everything you need to know is in it, including the full conference schedule, the location of all the events, and then they have an ability for you to kind of like star things or save things that you would like to attend to, and it shows up on your own little itinerary so that it's kind of easy to follow your day and just go from there. If you don't feel like downloading an app, that is fine. Everything is also on the AAPA conference website where you could see all of the classes. When you get to the conference, you just sign in, pick up your badge, as you will need your ID badge to get in and out of the convention center. They have little areas where you could pick up some swag, do some surveys, and it's all like laid out really well. And there's always staff to help point you in the right direction if you don't know where you're going. As you walk around the conference hall, there are usually the large signs telling you which CME lectures are occurring and at what time. And all the lectures are just for you to come and go as you please on your own timetable. The third step of actually enjoying your AAPA weekend and event is to go to all of the large main stage events where they have insightful speakers. Another large event that you should do for every AAPA conference is going to attend the yearly PA School Challenge Bowl, where PA schools and teams from all across the country will answer questions and fight in a Jeopardy style competition. And it's usually a lot of fun. And now, with all of that being said, I think it's also important to mention, do not try to attend lectures and things from 7 or 8 a.m. for the entire day. You're going to be exhausted. I know you're trying to get your money's worth out of the conference, but take a break, go explore the city a little bit, go grab a bite to eat, go to a networking event. I think finding a good balance helps really with the whole weekend. Final step for your entire AAPA conference experience is to take all of those lectures and CME credits that you earned and actually go redeem them. And the AAPA makes this pretty easy. Go back to the AAPA website, and there you'll have a few weeks to collect your CME certificates for all the courses you attended by completing the evaluation forms. You could then link your NCCPA account and send your CME credits there with a click of a button. Otherwise, you could download the certificates and manually enter your CME. So overall, in the span of a few days, you can explore a new city, meet thousands of other PAs, expand your medical practice, and advance your career. The AAPA conference reminds you that we're part of a much bigger profession than just your own hospital, clinic, or ER shift. This is my comprehensive rundown of the AAPA conference and what there's to do and how to attend it. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'm happy to answer them. And guys, as always, stay safe out there. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.